Welcome to the very first episode of Club Honey, live from our studios. I'm your host, Honey, and today we're getting into the real side of being a woman in the music industry, the wins, the challenges, and the lessons we've learned along the way. At Club Honey, we're all about building community and creating space for the next generation of girls and women in music. Whether you're already in the music industry or dreaming of getting started, one day, we hope this conversation inspires you to find your voice and step into your power. I'm so excited to kick things off with my good friend and incredible DJ and producer, Fifi. Welcome, Fifi.
Hi.
Yay. I'm so happy you're here.
Thanks
I'm so
for
excited.
having me.
It's so literally excited. A dream. Our first episode.
I know.
We're going to have so much to cover today. So
truly.
We're going to start off with some fun questions.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you first, what first drew you to becoming a DJ? And do you remember a moment that sparked your interest?
I kind of fell into it accidentally. I always worked in music and I went to college for a short period of time for music business.
I love that.
Yeah, I was like 8 months.
That's good though.
Yeah. It was cool. But I started working at this like indie record label called Terrible Records as like my first job. I was like an intern and then I did A&R, I did management, and I had to go to like all these parties all the time to like network. And, you know, there was always a show that I had to go to and then there was always like the after party, whatever. And I just was going out a lot and like accidentally became like just a part of the nightlife in LA. And I was always super interested in DJing. I like did it a little bit in high school because my friend's older sister had a deck at her house.
How sick.
Yeah. And she taught me. I was probably like 16, 17. And then I would always just like do it for fun. But the moment that it like kind of clicked for me is I started throwing these parties with two of my best friends, Sean and Kendall. And we would all go to like pirate studios and like practice. And I remember one party we threw was on me and my friend Lauren's birthday, and it was just like so fun, and it was our first time DJing like for real, like in front of like, you know, a bigger like group, because we were just doing it like very intimately at first, and it just was so fun, and people were like talking about the party for like months after, always like coming up to me asking me when the next one would be, whatever. And then I slowly started just throwing more, and then I'd get booked for other parties. And it just like kept going. And
that's the way to do it though.
Yeah, I like never meant for it to happen. But it's funny, it always like made sense because I feel like I've always known I wanted to be in music, but it never felt right that I was like in it like
the way you were.
The way I was.
Yeah.
Like
before now.
It was always a little bit off. And even one of my managers, Ethan, who used to be my boss, we would always like hang out like while we were working and talking about like our jobs and music and stuff. And we would end up talking about like myself, like, and not the other artists that we were like supposed to be talking about. Like we would always be trying to figure out like, what could I do? And we never thought of like DJing, but then it just like naturally happened. And
no, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
We're, as another girly, we're so happy that you're a DJ, and we're so happy to have you involved because your sets are just so fun. And like, I'm just so grateful that we met. It took some time.
It did take some time.
But I'm happy it happened. I feel like things align always at the right time when it needs to. Well, that's super exciting. And I feel like I'm Middle Eastern, which is so crazy. And so are you.
Yeah.
You're French Algerian, right? Okay, that's so cool.
I know.
Do you feel that those cultural elements have like shaped your music style in any way?
Definitely. 1000%. I mean, like my earliest memories of music are like my cousins putting me on to like music that they saw. Because I have a huge family. I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, the vibe over there. But all my cousins were older than me. And one of my cousins, Waleed, was always just like putting me on to music when I was younger. A lot of it was like North African inspired. And I just like remember always being drawn to that music, and it always felt really nostalgic for me. So I always try to add an element of that into my sets just because I'm like, this needs to be shared more, you know? It's not like traditional dance music, but it really does something to the room.
Well, I feel like the percussion that comes out of that style of music, it just like makes people feel good and want to dance, and it like gets your body moving in a way.
Yeah.
And I think like what's so interesting is how like Afrobeat and like Amapiano and Afro House has had like this huge wave over these last few years.
It's insane to watch.
But I'm thinking, I feel like now this sort of Middle Eastern inspired sound 100%. Is like making its way in to the music game now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this next, year goes with music. I feel like we definitely need to start making more music inspired by our heritage.
We do. We really
it's like,
do.
We like pick and choose from other genres, and like I think that could be something that making our own music could be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, like I would love to play music that my family is excited about, and like that makes them feel like, oh my God, like you're so proud to be Algerian. Like I just like that. I just want them to know that I'm like so proud of my heritage and proud of that music, because it's so important. And like, it's cool to watch it become popular. And I don't know if that's, like a bad thing in the long run, but it's very cool. It's very cool that it's becoming more mainstream.
Yeah. And I think like as a DJ, our job in a way is like always putting people on to new things. And I almost always say it's like classes in session, because it's like, these bitches are gonna learn today, and it's like showing new music and new sounds. It's like that's the best part of going out and going to DJ sets.
Yeah.
So talking about sets, your sets are super diverse in genre. I feel like you did a Club Honey one in Miami, and then we did Boiler Room, and I've seen you play a few times. And I feel like why I love your sets is like it's always super different, but yet the vibe stays consistent. So like, how do you go about picking your songs for the set, and like what's your energy you're trying to give to the audience with each set?
Well, thanks. That's such a good question, because I don't really know. Like I think honestly I'm in a position right now where I haven't yet had to like lock in on one genre to like claim,
which is the best.
Which is
because that's
literally the best
part.
Yeah. And so I'm really like taking advantage of the fact that I'm in that position, and I just like love so much music, and it's hard for me to not want to play all of it. So I just do my best to try to play as much music that I can and just try to make it like flow.
Yeah.
And it took me a second to like figure out how. I never plan anything. I just kind of like, I don't know, I'm a very like moody person.
Oh, I love it.
So I feel like every time I play, it just depends on how I'm feeling.
No, it's so important. It's like, I think people always expect DJ, it's like the life of the party, but it's like some nights you show up and it's like a 1-2 a.m. set, and you're just like tired, but you're gonna take those people on a different type of journey, and it's always different.
Yeah, exactly. I
feel like you definitely like, I mean, I definitely freestyle my sets, and I feel like you're the same way.
Yeah.
Do you like when you go into a set, do you feel like there's a certain song you're like, I know I'm gonna start with this tonight, or you kind of like see the room, feel the vibe?
I like never know. I never know. I never plan anything, and I never know until I'm like there. But there have been like so many times where, like, especially if I'm playing with like Sophie or someone I'm comfortable with, and it's my turn to like start, I'm like, what the fuck should I start with? Like,
no, I know sometimes
what
it's like,
do I do?
It's almost like, why are you the song before you get on? It's like too good where you're just like, shit, what do I start with?
No, exactly. But
I've definitely been there.
The only time I've pre-planned a set was for this music festival I did called Form. My like favorite festival.
Yes, that was so sick.
Yeah, it's the best festival ever. And I like wrote it down on a paper, like my set on a paper, and it flew away right before I went on. Me, it was like out of a movie, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, because I didn't have time to like arrange my USB,
you
like
have to
whatever.
Do it on iPhone notes.
I know. I don't know why it was like, let me do this on paper.
No, I'm really
let me be vintage.
Well, maybe that was a sign that it's like, you know, I think the pressure to create sets before a DJ set, I feel like gets pushed on to DJs a lot. Yeah. It's like you want to be prepared. You don't want to mess up. But for me, I feel like it stresses me out.
Me too.
And I'm just like, I don't feel like I'm doing as good of a set as if I had just freestyled.
Yeah. When I was first starting, I would do it just out of like anxiety,
Yeah.
you know, and then it would never go well because I'd be like, wait, this song shouldn't be playing right now. But if I like go off of this, then I'm gonna have to figure out how to like recontinue this, you know, list that I've made. Like it just doesn't, I just never do that anymore. And also there's like so many like viral videos of like DJs playing premixes and all the comments are like, what the fuck? And so I'm like, I never want that to happen to me.
Oh, I just saw that there's like a live stream party now that like on the CDJs, you know how we have our screens?
Yeah.
So we can see the songs coming in and there's like the wavelength of the song.
Oh,
the
no.
CDJ's wavelengths will show on the stream so you can see
no.
what songs the DJs are playing and how they're transitioning. So it's like the certain festivals doing it to like push the fact that like you can't fake DJ or premix anymore.
That's honestly kind of sick.
Yeah. But certain festivals, I feel like, because the lighting is so coordinated with the music that like they have to do these presets.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that's why big room shows and festival shows, it kind of like sucks in a way because it's like it defeats that intimacy and like in the moment of a set.
Definitely.
I don't know. It's like even at Coachella, like the DJs that are at the bigger stages, I'm like, yeah, this is so sick, but like I'd rather go into the Yuma tent where like I know the DJs are actually really DJing.
And it feels like you're like a part of an actual club, you know, not just like watching like, you know, a person be a character almost.
Yeah.
You know, it's just less intimate.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, what would be your advice to girls who are just starting out in the DJ world? I know it's like we're still young and we're getting into it, but I feel like we've both learned so much. And I feel like just from our conversations, like on text and things that we're going through, every girl is going to go through. So what could be some advice you'd give them?
I don't regret anything like ever, but if I could have like redone the path that I've been on, I think I would have been more, I would have been pickier, honestly. I feel like there's a lot of pressure when you're first starting to say yes to everything because you just want to be in every room and whatever. And at the end of the day, you're still going to get to where you're supposed to go. So you don't have to like overdo it. And I just became like such a people pleaser. And now that I'm not, I feel like sometimes it's like shocking to people I've worked with in the past. Like the fact that I would say no to something or, you know, be like specific about a need or a want like for myself.
Yeah,
I feel like they're like, oh, okay, we didn't know that you were like that. Like we thought you'd just say yes and do it for like cheap, you know?
I'm so impressed by you because I feel like that was something that took me even years to get to.
It's so hard to undo that. Because we're also kind of conditioned to like be like we need to be doing so much all the time. That's what like or at least that's how you probably feel. Like how most of us probably feel is like
if I'm not DJing, you know, 2-3 nights a week or whatever. Like I'm not doing. I'm not being busy enough.
In reality, it's like those 2 random club nights like in Hollywood like aren't gonna do that much. Like if you feel like drained and like you've just been saying yes nonstop, like it's okay to take a step away. Like it's not gonna ruin your trajectory. Like I wish someone told me that, you know, because I was like, well, everything counts, everything matters. I can meet one person that could book me for something else, and it's like, yes, of course that's true, but like no matter what, you're like going in the same path. You're gonna get to where you're going. So like it's okay to, you know, take your time and not like feel so rushed.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like that was definitely how I started as well, where I was just like trying to be such a people pleaser. And it's like, hey, will you like play this? Will you do this? Oh, like, oh, and then the budget's like, oh, it's for exposure. And it's like, you have to get to the point where you lay down your worth.
Yeah.
And you just sleep. I feel like I just sleep better at night now.
I know, truly.
I'm doing what's good for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to just please everyone all the time anymore. And like I think that is some really good advice. And definitely wish I had known that.
I know. Earlier, you know. I mean, I also am like I'm a very avoidant person, unfortunately, and I like found myself just like digging a hole of avoidance because I was so like overwhelmed by the amount of stuff I was saying yes to and the amount of people I was like having to tend to. And, you know, like when you're playing something, like there's people texting you and it's just a lot, you know?
Yeah. It's like almost like your day-to-day manager. You're the fucking door guy. You're the this. It's like, okay, I'm so happy you guys are coming out to support me, but you're coming out to support me to see me DJ, like putting you on the, like we can't be at the door.
Totally.
And it's like, I literally get texts sometimes where it's like, hey, can you come out to the door? I'm like, I'm literally in the DJ booth.
I am playing.
Like, I don't know what to tell
classic.
you. Or like they'll show up 2 minutes before your set and you're like, you know, maybe it comes 30 minutes before and like I can do a little more for you. But like the pre-pull up, like while you're already DJing is insane.
It's too much. But yeah, I like have to be careful with my avoidance, and people pleasing like goes hand in hand. So,
well, you know, you have a manager now,
I do,
right? So I feel like that's kind of like the best thing.
I mean,
it's like they
kind
get
of
to be the bad cop.
Yeah.
And you're like, just like good cop. And you're just sort of like, oh, like, you know.
I didn't know anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just here. Like, I'm here to DJ. Like, we're having a great time.
Yeah.
But I think that's really good advice. And I love like when you're getting ready for a night out and like you have a set and you're like, either do you get ready like alone? Or are you with your girlfriends? Do you do like a pregame? Do you guys have like, is it always different?
I feel like such a loser because I'm like,
I'm such a I'm
a loser. I feel like
you're not a loser, but it's.
But you know what I'm about to say because you probably have the same thing.
It's lonely.
I literally never get ready with people, and sometimes I have the pleasure of like getting in the car with a friend and like going
somewhere together.
But like mostly I'm rushing to get ready by myself.
Get to the gig. And it's like
yeah. Unless it's like I don't know. It has to be a specific vibe for me to be like, everyone come over and let's get ready together. Like it's happened probably 4 times.
Yeah.
And it's maybe like my birthday or like Boiler Room.
Yeah.
Was one, and it was like my best friend and I, and that's it. But
I love it.
For the most part, I'm like I just need to like get ready quickly and do my thing and
stay
have
focused.
Space a little bit.
You're like in your zone.
Yeah.
So while you're getting ready and in that zone, is there like a song that kind of like gets you going for the night?
I love to play mixes while I'm getting ready. I don't like to think about, because I'm like so like specific about like my cues on Spotify. Like if I'm playing music, I like, even if I am about to shower and like playing music, I cannot get in the shower without making a cue.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to deal with that. So I play a mix. Usually it's like, honestly, one of our, like Zoe Gitter, one of my best friends.
Great mixes.
She has amazing mixes. One of my favorite DJs, Nino Brown, amazing mixes. Like, I just like to play mixes so I don't have to think, you know?
Yeah. No, it's easier. I know. So I'm this dude. I literally, like, if I'm getting in the shower, I'm like running. I'm like, wait.
Not
like,
this one.
Yeah. Because you like need the right vibe for the night. Okay. So I feel like we've covered a good amount of like the DJ element. Mm-hmm. And now I want to focus a little more about you and like your journey in this last few months, because they've been like super insane. Like you had this crazy moment with Charlie XCX and you did the show and your onstage moment, and you had this iconic, it was like, to me it was iconic as like the Britney Spears and Christina like Madonna moment. I was like screaming. So I feel like that moment just really, you were already like on the map, but I feel like that just like had so many girls now knowing more about you. And like, you know, that's the mission at the end of the day, is like getting more girls to find out who we are, inspire them, show them that like you can literally do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about like that night and that just like experience, because like from someone on their iPhone and watching it on the TV, we saw a certain world, but I would just love to know what it was like on your end.
It's so funny, like what like people are like enthralled by. Like honestly, in my head, I can't really like, I can't completely like, it doesn't click to me why that moment was like so like big. Like
you just felt like it was
little,
like,
I don't know. I guess I just,
you looked so hot. Your outfit was okay. So we'll just start with your outfit was insane.
Yeah,
your hair and makeup were insane. Your
amazing
body
stylist.
was like oiled
Thank
up.
you. Yes.
You looked super hot.
Thank you.
And I think just like the energy of the set was like live.
Yeah, and that's like what it was. I mean, like it was really simple. Like we rehearsed like a couple of times during the week, and we just had to like pretend we were partying. So that's what we did. And also because I was in the guest music video, so it was kind of like everyone who was in that video just like redoing it.
So it was like a reunion.
Yeah, it was a reunion. Live reunion.
In front of thousands of people.
Yeah,
It's iconic.
I don't even know. Like, of course, I think it's iconic, but I like can't understand why it like blew up. I don't know.
Well, I think from someone like a viewer, I feel like I haven't seen. It was for the VMAs, right?
No, it's for Grammys.
Grammys. Okay. I haven't seen something that iconic since the VMAs for me.
I get
so
what
like
you're saying.
those like sort of iconic MTV like it moments, you're not expecting like to see that raw at the Grammys. So I think that was maybe like the like, you know, the OMG factor.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, to me, I guess maybe I'm just like, that's just so Charlie that I'm not even fazed by it because I've been watching her like doing this, you know, brat thing for the last like year and a half or whatever, 2 years.
Yeah.
And so that moment wasn't any more shocking than the others, maybe. But I don't know. But it was like the coolest thing and I had so much fun.
No, it was the coolest thing.
It was very fun.
You were so cute. How was the kiss? Was it a quick kiss? Was it a...
I don't even remember. Like my life flashed before my eyes. I really wasn't concerned with the kiss. I just was like, oh my God. Like there's a million people watching. I was like, wait, I feel like my hair is frizzy.
It was like literally the hottest kiss. Like the timing, the movement.
My mom was there. How horrible.
No, I feel like she's like,
no, she doesn't care, but I care.
I'm like, you're like your mom's having to see you kiss on stage.
Yeah.
Well, I always think about like actresses that like have to have these like
I
really intimate scenes.
My mom could never watch that.
Like Anora. Yeah. And then she's so cute that she's like, my parents are so supportive and like they all went to the movie and I'm just like, like I would just,
I could never.
But it was like you were a character that night. Like
you
were Fifi, but you were also like
that
this,
girl is not me.
It was this time 10 moment. So the Grammy performance was superly pop culturally just iconic. And there's so many other amazing artists. Obviously, Charlie is my favorite, but do you have any artists that you feel are totally underrated or totally overhyped right now?
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Hold on. This is such a good question. I mean, it sucks that I can only think of who's overrated.
It's okay.
You know?
But that's really what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many underrated DJs. Like, so many. And
it doesn't even have to be DJs.
Yeah.
Whatever you think.
I mean, Charlie's the obvious answer. Like, I haven't really been inspired by an artist in a long time. Like, I feel like the last time I was this inspired by someone's career and like campaign and branding was like probably Lady Gaga when I was like 10.
Literally.
Like that was like the first time I was like in shock, you know, of like an artist. And I feel like this is maybe the first time since then that I felt that way. And so honestly, just everyone else on her team too, like Aiden Zamiri, who does he's done like so many of her music videos, Imogene, one of her creative directors, like her whole team, like Terrence, like everyone is just so locked in and so inspiring. And they have such an amazing work ethic. And every time I see any of them, I'm just like, oh my God, like, and you're cool. Like, wow, like this is crazy, you know? So probably that's like my like, you know, real answer.
She's I think underrated.
I mean,
for how iconic she is.
Yeah.
Like I felt like she should have headlined Coachella.
Yeah. For
like
sure.
her set was iconic, but to me, like it's like, come on, like she's done her dues. Like it's fucking Charlie. Like this album was it's a year and like no one wants Brat Summer to end. Like,
I know.
It's going to be 2.0 this summer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and like
so
for an
cool.
artist to have that. And I feel like this is just, I'm so happy she had her moment.
Yeah.
It was deserved.
It's so deserved.
The girls love her. The gays love her.
Everyone loves her.
The straights love her too. So it's just, she's just great.
Yeah, she really is.
Any overrated? You don't have to. If
I
you're like,
mean, there's so much shit that's overrated, but like, the fact that it's overrated adds to our culture, so I can't complain about it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, but like my obvious answer is like someone like John Summit, you know, like who seems like nice and stuff, but I'm just like, oh my God, you are so famous and you have reached like an insane amount of people everywhere. Like you're so mainstream, and I'm just like, why? Like, not, you know, like he's not doing much for me.
You know what I think it is about John Summit?
World.
I think to me, I don't even want to compare him to Cascade, but I'm going to start by saying that he made me feel the same way I felt when I heard some of early day Cascade music.
Yeah, okay. I guess maybe I'm just being like biased because I don't like that
I agree.
Kind of music,
but I agree that he's totally overrated.
Yeah.
But I think that's why maybe he got his success, was because that genre space had been missing that sound for so long. Yeah. And like everyone that goes to these festivals, they want it. That's what they're wanting.
Yeah. And
like, it's not like what we're going to a festival for.
Totally. Yeah.
It's not our taste in music, but his career this last like year, 2 years is insane.
It's insane.
We should totally have him crash a Club Honey though one time.
I mean, that would be unreal. It's funny. I remember he like, because Rebecca Black did a Boiler Room, like, and it's like iconic. It has like, I think over 1 million views, if not more. And people were like obsessed with him, whatever. And like before it came out in full, they were like teasing it as they do. And like John Summit tweeted being like, Boiler Room is like not the same if they're having like someone like Rebecca Black, like some shit like that. And then like,
wait, that was what caused the post?
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah, so stupid. And I'm like, you're not doing anything for like, you know, club culture, DJ culture, really. Like, why are you complaining about someone else who is? Like, it's just, why are you taking up this space?
You're like, keep your thoughts to yourself.
Yeah, like just maybe don't like say stuff like that because you're not doing anything. So.
Well, it's so funny because I was going to ask you, like, so we both did our Boiler Room last year. Was that your first Boiler Room? Okay. So my first Boiler Room too.
Really?
How, like, it was funny because that's when I started to hear about like Boiler Room's dead.
I know.
Blah, blah,
it was
blah,
like
blah,
at the
blah,
same time.
which was like kind of interesting. But then I was like, I thought like I played with Sophie, who we love. So me and Sophie did it back to back, and then Fifi played with Blake, which was also iconic. But like, I left after your set. Oh, Quinn also opened. We love Quinn.
Yeah.
But I left like when we were done. Like once the girls were done, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Did you stay?
Okay, I left after I finished.
Right.
But okay, well. It's hard because
it just felt like they put the girls in the beginning of the night, and then it was all the guys that were like the headliners, and like, no offense, like I wasn't like excited to like. To me, John Summit's tweet made sense for the second half of the night.
Oh my God, 100%.
Because it's like,
well, what we're dealing with is like people who aren't DJs wanting to DJ for like one night only, or like you know, whatever, and kind of like taking advantage of the fact that they're famous and can ask to like, you know, do something like that or take over a club or whatever. And there's no element of like actual DJing or like dance music or any sort of club culture involved. And so like his tweet completely applies to like situations like this where it's like, okay, well, I feel like this is off track. Like, you know, like we're kind of losing the plot, but that's just what we have to deal with these days. It's similar to how TikTok just completely changed the trajectory of music and like how to brand music and people making music and how they're making it and wanting to go viral on TikTok and whatever. It's the same, you know, concept as like, okay, well, we have to like keep moving as technology progresses and as, you know, like viral moments are like, you know, more sought after than like,
it's like they're all looking for that one like 30-second moment rather than
to
like
be clipped on
taking
TikTok
going on a journey and experience.
So like to me, it makes sense that this is happening because what else would happen? Like, are we going to stay where we are? No, we have to grow with like the times, unfortunately, but we just kind of have to deal with it, and it sucks, but it's just like we can't do anything to stop it. So I'm kind of like, this is how I feel about like AI and like all that kind of shit. I'm like, I don't have a strong negative opinion of it because I'm like, well, like, am I really gonna like single-handedly go against like these changes? Like, no, I don't have the time to do that. So I'm just gonna try my best to figure out where I fit in and how I can like progress my career without completely giving into like this new world of music.
Yeah,
I
feel like I love your TikTok. You do like your grocery haul, and then you're just like when you're at the airport and your travel days and your modeling trips and your DJ trips. And I think it's like really nice how I feel like your TikTok's really getting to see the personal side of you.
Yeah, I think it's
which
important.
is really cool for people to see. And because I feel like a lot of DJs on TikTok, like it's just, there's two ways you can go. You can go the Zulon way, which is like just posting these viral DJ moments, or it's like the more personality way. Yeah. And then you can kind of do like a mix of both, which
I try to do. Because it's like way more fun if someone actually likes me and then I'm a DJ too. And then they're like, oh, that's cool. Like, I want to go because I like her, you know, rather than like, wow, this viral moment was sick. I want to go see it. And it's like, well, it might not happen with you like there, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's so hard though. I feel like TikTok for me when it first started, and like, you know, my team's like, we need more viral moments of like these clips from your sets, and like, you know, you blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, to me, it's like killing my artistry in me, but it's like, it's literally the most important thing. It's like those little moments are what everyone is looking for. But we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
We'll just have to keep being hot and like,
I know, hopefully that
playing great
works.
music.
Yeah.
So through your sets, have you had like any really crazy experiences that have happened to you? And can you share any like really, really dirty ones with us?
There's literally like, I could write a book. I'm sure you could too.
I've literally thought about
we should
do it.
I know, we should
We're gonna do
on
it.
a book.
We should ask every girl on the podcast, and then we just combine all the girls'
and then
responses.
in so much detail write it out. I mean, like crazy shit happens all the time. One that like really stuck with me is I played this festival, and the guy who was playing before me, no clue who he was. Like genuinely had never heard of him, no clue. And I like went up to plug in. I like can't even like think about this. And I like plug in, and he literally like he was like playing his last song, and he was like, "Okay, so press USB, and then you're gonna go to playlist." And I was like,
"Are you kidding me?
Am I being punked? Like I'm playing after you. Like
yeah, you're my opener.
Like what about me is giving like help? Like I can't do this.
I'm not wearing help on my t-shirt."
I was like, okay, but it's just mostly like things like that.
That's just like the ego.
It's classic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think anything else. I mean,
what happened to you this week?
Oh, right. I was literally in the middle of playing, and another person that was playing the same party as me, by the way, he was standing 5 feet away, texted me telling me what he thought I should play. And he's done that before. And like, things like that have happened to me before where like someone's just like, you should do it like this. Or
yeah, you're like,
one time I played back to back with this person, and I like did a transition, and he looked at me and he said, next time what I would do, and then like proceeded to tell me how he would have transitioned from that song. And I was like, okay. Like,
you're like,
thank you. And I will do that next time. Yeah.
Well, okay, so it's so interesting that I feel like always the backlash we're getting is always just from guys.
Yeah.
Like I've never received or like had a weird situation from like another girl texting me like, maybe play this, or like another girl trying to like push me off the decks.
Never.
Like I've literally I'm just going to tell you this because I think it's hilarious. I've unplugged a guy's USB mid-set and turned off the whole music at a party one time.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop.
I swear to God.
I mean, thank God.
I turned off
like
the
fairy
entire
godmother.
music. And everyone, half the people were like, you know, you're crazy. And then the other half were like, you know what? Like, we get it.
Yeah.
Because it was like my set, 2 a.m. Like, we all have our set times. And the guy after me, like, pulls up and comes in and is like, yeah, no, like, it's my turn. Like, you need to get off. And I'm like, nah, like, I literally just started. I played 2 songs.
Yeah.
They push 2 guys, so they obviously are strong enough to push me out the booth. So I'm literally getting shoved out of this booth. So they start playing. I let them play 2-3 songs. They literally just go in and pull it out.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm just so over the like
It's
male
entitlement. Yeah.
and energy of just being like, we deserve to be here more than you.
Yeah.
And like, we don't care what your set time is. Like, it's our set time right now. So I feel like we deal with a lot of the guy troubles around the DJ booth and the DJ set. So is it super important to you to have like a good group of girls around you? And do you feel like you have a good group of girls that have like helped influence you and inspire you through your journey so far?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's like the best part is like bringing my girlfriends with me, and it just makes it so much more fun, and also just like pushes the like creeps out of the way. You know, like I'm like, there's no room
DJ
for
booth
you.
filled with girls.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best.
Well, I feel like even just since meeting you and Sophie and, you know, Deja and Quinn and all the girls in like our community of like girl DJ sphere is sort of growing.
Yeah.
Which has just been super nice because I feel
best.
like before you'd go to an event and it's like, oh my God, Zoe too. And you know, like, I feel like I now go to a party and I only want to talk to like the other girl DJs I know at the event.
I know.
And it's like having that is so sick.
Yeah.
Because I feel like before, when I started like 9-8 years ago, I kind of was like the only girl. So it was like very lonely.
Yeah.
And now I feel like
it's a different job.
Yeah.
It's a completely different job, like to do it as a girl. So like having girls with you is so important because I cannot relate to male DJs at all.
Yeah.
Like it's just not how it works. I go to you, I go to Sophie, I go to Zoe, like when I need to like talk about something or figure something out. I have so many like male DJ friends, so many, and I love them, but like I would never go to them for advice. You know, it's different. It's like talking to them about like my period. Like,
they're like,
I'm just like, you don't get it. Like, and you never will, you know? So it is so important to me to like keep that. And like one of my best friends, Celia, is like she makes music.
You guys are so cute.
She's the best. I love her. But
wait, what happened last night?
Tell
us about last night.
I was like, what happened last night? Okay, so her and I got brought on by this restaurant, Cento. I don't know if you've been.
No, I need to go. I'm like, I'm too busy, but like, I'm ready.
Yeah, so I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
So cute.
It was a pasta bar, and they just opened a raw bar, and we got brought on like a year ago to kind of help curate and like do creative work and whatever. And it opens to the public tomorrow, actually.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
So like last night was like the opening party, and then 2 nights ago we had like the preview dinner with like the full menu and like invited our friends and stuff.
Like the oyster, were they oysters, but they were in like seashells? They looked insane.
Yeah, those are the scallops, but
the walls look so pretty. Like everything in there looked amazing.
The team that Cento has is amazing. So many special people. But yeah,
okay, well I'm gonna have to try it out, and then on the next episode I'm gonna let everyone know how delicious it is. Delicious it is. Okay, we have so many great questions. I'm like, what should I want to ask you? Oh, I mean, this is kind of funny. How do you feel when you see a DJ booth packed with all guys? Hyping up a guy DJ. Do you think it says something about the scene that we're currently in?
So it depends on who the guy is, because if I like them and I think they're a good DJ, then I'm like, this is so cute.
Yeah. Like, it's like the boys are the boys.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, love. But if it's someone that I don't like, I'm like, you're pathetic and this is disgusting.
We don't need any more guy DJs.
No,
I feel like for the next like 10 years,
hiatus.
We need more doctors.
We have some really good ones, so let's just keep the good ones flowing.
Yeah.
And thriving, and then the others can slowly.
Do you have any like favorite guy DJs?
I love Tommy Gold.
Tommy's
and he's also
amazing.
just a lovely person. Yeah. But he inspires me so much. I mean, he's just like a wizard with his music taste. Like he's just got the best taste. So Tommy is amazing, and he's also so good at like curating the party.
Yeah. He's amazing. I've seen him play before too.
Yeah, I just like that he knows how to throw a party too, because a lot of DJs don't. But yeah, he's definitely.
I think what you just said was so important. How you're like, he just has the best taste in music.
Oh yeah,
because I think what's like sort of happening with this new era of DJs is that like, I don't know, for me when I started DJing and the DJs that I was around, it was like the Virgil Ablohs and like A-Side Pretty Vacancy and like those guys in my life really taught me music,
Mhm.
like music
and like
history.
curation and
Yes.
history. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he's like, you can't play a party with me until you know X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And like you fucking know your music, you
Yeah.
know what these samples are from, you know this,
Yeah.
you know that. And I feel like it just made me develop my taste in
Totally.
music to like a whole other level, because I feel like I've always had good taste, which
Yeah.
is what made me such a good DJ. But now it's like
working on it is important. Like you can't
Yeah.
just have good taste and then expect everything to be okay. You have to like work on it.
yeah,
The best feeling in the world is when people that you think are like the gods of like taste, like think that you have good taste. I'm like,
yeah.
thank God. I remember like a couple months ago, I played something and A-Side was there. I don't remember what I played. I wished that I could, but he like came up to me and was like, how do you know this song? And I was like, yes. Like,
No,
yes.
It's like almost like we need A-Side to be the one guy that comes on the show.
Yeah.
Just like if you're A-Side, if
He's
you
allowed.
see this, like you're allowed, just because he I think what he did for me was that he showed me that, like you're saying with genres, it's like with a DJ, it's like you have to be the certain genre. Like you're a house DJ, you're an Afrobeat DJ, you're a techno DJ. And like I think a similarity we have is that we both love playing so many genres in a set. And I think seeing A-Side when I was way younger do that, he was one of the first DJs that, besides Virgil, that really made me see, and Benji B, that you can play any genre you want in a set, and that you can seamlessly blend music together.
Yeah.
And the vibe will work if you just have the right ear.
Yes,
and you know
exactly.
how to like properly
if you know how to
wave
do
the flow.
It's the best thing. Like
Yeah.
genre blending. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to stick to one thing if you can genre blend? I'm like,
Oh, I think like it's just hard. It's hard for people.
oh yeah, it is. It's the hardest part. Like it's so hard. But yeah, I mean, if you can just like practice doing it and learn how to do it, it's like the most like satisfying.
Do you think like this is something that I've been struggling with? Like, do you think because we're not genre niched like through and through on a genre, do you think that's like causing our growth to not succeed in such a fast way? Because like I look at DJs like Nina Kravis and Amelie Lenz and then like Sarah Laundrie, and I'm like, dude, these girls are sick.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole set is their tech, you know, like it's their genre, and it's like they're doing so well though, and they're getting these major festival bookings and, you know, and it's like at a point, do you think we're gonna have to like choose a genre to get to really that sort of level?
I think so. And like I talk about this all the time with like my team and stuff, because like yes, like the short answer is yes, we do have to. But I'm right now I'm okay with people not knowing where to put me, you know?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that right now.
You're still in your development stage.
But like it definitely, I mean, it's just easier if you have your thing. Because like even if you're small, you know exactly where you're going and like where people are going to put you, you know? So it's harder to like see it on paper, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is like stunting our growth on accident. But
yeah, like
I think it's okay.
I think like because Coachella, I think this year was super interesting. And like when I was walking around, I was like, you know, would, you know, ideally love to be in the Yuma tent, but like I don't play an hour and a half of house music. And then I'm like, you know, the Do Lab is kind of, I think, where almost we would sort of fit in right now.
Yeah.
Because of like the diversity in our sets.
Yes. And also, I mean,
and more festivals, like when you did Forum, like that was a festival that allowed you to just be you.
Yeah.
Some festivals, I feel like it's too genre specific at certain stages, which sucks. It's like book me as the artist like that I am, not because I have to play a certain sound to be at your stage or at your festival.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of festivals, do you prefer to play like bigger festival size crowds, or do you prefer more intimate vibes?
I love festivals in general. Like I just want to play them forever. It obviously sucks when like there's not that many people in the audience. So like overall I prefer larger crowds, but I also love like smaller rooms. Like I remember one time I played this festival and there was like an indoor tent that was maybe like 200 people, and it was like a silent disco. And it was so fun. Like I love stuff like that, but like Forum, for example, I think was like 3,000 people.
That's it.
It's the best music festival like ever. One of my managers, Zach Tetro, created it, and it's like no overlapping set times. So
I love that.
Everyone can see everyone. And I got really lucky because St. Vincent, who played before me, and also it's like, you know, so many different genres, so there's no expectations and whatever, but she was like an hour late. So like I got pushed back an hour, and it was like prime time. It was like,
you got the best set.
It was like 10 p.m. And so it was like all 3,000 people because everyone goes at night. And that was the set that I like had pre-planned, and then it like flew away. But it ended up being like my favorite like set I've ever played in my life. And it just felt like so big, and I just like when things feel big. Like
it's like intentional, and I feel like the connection, I think that's the best part of being a DJ, is that you're like your audience and your music, you're reaching so many people.
Yeah.
So sometimes like those are just good wins.
Totally.
For like, you know, the 10 small shows you do, you're like, okay, I get this like massive moment.
Yeah. Well, I remember being like when I was finished, I was like, holy fuck, like what just happened? Like, I think it was my first time like feeling like, okay, like I'm a DJ.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you have your cred now.
Yeah. I was like, cool. Like, I'm good.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah. The best.
Well, I saw that you were in London, right? A few months ago? Okay, so I wanted to, because I'm a big Europe head. Like, I love playing overseas.
I love playing in London.
So I was going to ask you, do you feel like there's a difference in like venues, people? Do you prefer US over UK?
Oh my God. Like the US can suck it. Like, are you kidding me? It's insane, the difference. I mean, it couldn't be more different. People are going out for different reasons. They have different intentions. Like, they want to listen to good music. Here, it's like, I mean, obviously, everywhere you go, there can be a really cool night. Like, I'm not saying that they never happen. I'm just saying most of the time, it's like so lame. And like, people are going out because it's like social. It's like a social thing.
Yeah.
And like, they don't really care about like music, whatever. Yeah. That's why I think Living Room, this new club in LA, is cool, because people are going to see specific artists, and that's the intention. Like, they're like, oh, this person's playing, I want to go see this person, rather than like, okay, everyone's going to this, I'm going to go because I want to see everyone.
Let's just go get fucked up.
Yeah. And I mean,
or I'm bored, I just want to go out.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, there are a few rooms, I think, in LA that have good sound. And like in Europe, I've never been to a club where it doesn't sound good. That's the whole point. Like, that's the whole point, like, is for it to sound good. Here, it's like, sometimes you get to a club and there's like busted speakers, like,
oh my God, or the CD days are
they're like wonky and there's buttons missing. I'm like, you don't want to put like a couple $1,000 down to fix this? Like, what's wrong with you? Isn't that the point of why you have a venue? Like,
I think in Europe, they understand that the purpose of the club is the DJ.
Yeah. So everything is like so like fine-tuned for the DJ, and like the lighting too. The lighting is so important.
It's like proper club
vibes.
My
God. The only place that I can think of with like proper club lighting is Spotlight.
Yes.
You know, but they don't do anything special. But sometimes they throw in like a red laser, like
it's Framework, right? So
yeah.
So sound's been around forever, which is insane. Like, when that was my first club I went to when I was 21 in LA, and I just played it last year for the first time, which is insane.
saw that. Yeah. There's so many people.
So that's like one of the spaces in LA where it feels more like club festival vibe in a way. Like, people are, yes, they're going to party, but like they do want to go listen to good music.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like it's a different type of music.
Totally.
Than like the living room crowd, but and different type of person. But
yeah. But it's still great. Club. Yeah. I mean, obviously there's a couple states, like, I mean, like, well, maybe states is like too broad, but there's a couple places in the US, like New York and or specifically like Brooklyn and like Miami, that like are really focused on making a club experience like worth it for people. But besides that, I have not
come across
anything like,
you
know, the venues in like London and Paris and Berlin. And
I know I haven't been to Berlin yet, which is crazy.
I haven't either.
I think this summer we should go.
We should go.
We're coming in hot.
wait for us.
Wait for us. Okay, so obviously being a girl and, you know, all the boys, they want to be around us and they just like, you know, they love girl DJs. That's like one of the,
They love us.
you know, we talk shit sometimes, but we love the boys.
Yeah, we do.
But like, how do you balance, I guess, like your dating life, your personal life when you're out and there's guys, and like, how do you like set boundaries and how do you just, how do you navigate it?
That's such a good question because it's like literally such a big part of my life. Okay. I think like when it comes to dating, I always gravitate towards people who are in like music or like the industry in some form. And
you have that connection.
Yeah. And also it's less of like an insecurity because like you both have to do kind of like if you're dating like an actor, like an artist or whatever, like they also have to do like, they have to go out, they have to do press stuff. Sometimes they have to like kiss people on screen or for like a music video or whatever. It's like,
they understand.
They understand that like, I'm really not trying to like go out for any reason, but to do my job. And I think sometimes with someone who's not used to this life, like it's hard to grasp because it's totally weird. Like, you know, it's like totally not.
Yeah.
It's weird. So I think, I've been lucky enough that like I just have dated the right people who don't feel any type of way. But I've been in situations where I'm like loosely dating someone and I can tell they're really bothered by my job. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And like,
this isn't going to work.
You know, you just got to trust me and like know my character. I think when I was first starting, especially when I was like completely like single and like younger and whatever, like I would totally
young, wild and free.
Yeah, young, wild and free. I would like kind of like flirt really hard because like that's all anyone wanted to do. Like people love flirting with like the DJ. It's just how it is. Yeah. And I would like give into it and not give into it, but just like it was fun. And now it's a lot less fun. Yeah, because I just don't like, care, and I'm like, get out of my face, like you're gross. But I think sometimes you have to kind of like schmooze it up, just because it's kind of a part of the job to make people feel like they're like,
seen,
a part
and
of
heard.
something bigger and whatever. But I definitely have like, I can like turn it on really quickly and turn it off very quickly, and like I'm at a point where I'll just be like, can you please leave me alone? Like I've said that like hundreds of times at this point. Like I will literally just be like, hey, can you give me some space, or can you please not touch me? Like,
oh yeah, it's the worst when they're like, hey, and it's like the hug and you're just like, dude, like I don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
Thank God for COVID, because I feel like since then people are less touchy.
Yeah.
That time like sort of helped.
Yeah. But I think like again with the people pleasing at the beginning, like I had a hard time with being like, hey, can you please like get out of the booth, or like can you just like move? And now I'm like, so I like maybe need to work on like having a nicer tone, because I'll be like, leave me alone. Like,
well, I feel like you have to have your wing woman that's like
handling
your shift for you, where it's like, you're like, babe, don't talk to her. You need the bad cop at the sets.
Always.
Oh man. Well, hopefully seeing this, some guys will learn that, you know, please don't hug us or grope us, and
please don't look at us. Please don't.
Just like enjoy the music and vibe and get on the dance floor and dance. And like,
luckily though, I have like some really amazing guy friends that are just like so wonderful and like have become, I don't know, they like, one of my best friends, John, like comes to all my sets when I play in New York because he lives there, and he's like so like just there for me, and like doesn't want me to even have to think about like, ew, like am I gonna have to like be like, get away from me to like a guy or whatever. He just is like clocks it and like handles it, and it just makes my life so much easier. And so I'm like grateful for like guys who just like
they get
it. It's amazing.
Well, it's just gonna get crazier for you, so
you're
gonna need your security guard. I'll be like, security. No, well, I love that. I think they'll learn. They'll learn someday.
They'll learn one day.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a few more questions. This is a fun one. What's your favorite thing to wear when DJing? Do you like feeling sexy, or do you lean more of a relaxed vibe?
It really depends on the day. Like I've gone out in like a hoodie and sweatpants so many times, and then I like half of the time regret it. I don't know. I'm trying to make an effort to like look cute. like
It's
every time I go
exhausting.
out. But it's so hard. And like sometimes I just don't feel good. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to put anything on. But the other day I was on the phone with my friend and he said something that literally changed my life.
What did he say?
Because I was getting ready to go out and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. Like I'm like excited to play, but like I don't want to go out. And he was like, oh, is that what you're wearing? Like what I was wearing. And I was like, I think I might wear a hoodie and sweatpants. And he was like, mm-mm. And I was like,
Yeah, he's like,
I was
no,
like,
girl.
why? And he was like, don't show how you're feeling on the outside. And I was like, wow, he's right. Like, you know, sometimes it's just
little
buck up a
things.
little and,
Yeah.
and, you know, try to look cute because it's better for everyone. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I get worried about my boobs being too big. So I like, I don't
feel
always
you.
lean towards like super sexy because I'm like, I don't want to think about my outfit when I'm playing.
Yeah, you want to be comfortable.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think my classic is like a really mini shorts and like a little heel and like a t-shirt or something. That
No,
isn't
it's
too
so
crazy,
cute.
but yeah, I think I lean pretty casual. I don't know.
You
Maybe
always
that'll
look.
change.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
You always look super hot though.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you, so few things. Are there any upcoming projects or collaborations you're excited about? Are you working? Because I know you've been DJing,
Mhm.
you've started producing. Are you looking to, do an artist project? Are you, just sticking with DJing for now? Sort of like what's to come in these next few months?
I've been doing a lot of sessions in the last like year trying to like figure that out. I don't really know the answer to that, but I've been working on stuff.
Okay, great.
I'm not like, I don't desire like a music career. Like that's not what I like want or have ever like craved. Like I just like to DJ, but I recognize that like,
no, I love that.
Sometimes it's hard to reach the next level as a DJ if you don't have music of your own out. So I'm like figuring out what that looks like for me. And I have some demos that I love, but I just like need a sec.
No, totally. I mean, I've literally been working on music for 5 years and
it's
I've
so hard.
barely put out music because it's just like,
I'm also like, I don't want to promote stuff ever. Like, I don't want to be like, listen to my song. Like, I really don't ever want to do that.
Well, you're going to naturally, that's the best thing is that you're going to naturally build a fan base through your DJing and they're just going to want to listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'll just make great music.
Yeah.
Okay. So who or what is your biggest inspiration when it comes to music?
Cities.
Oh, I love that.
Cities. I get obsessed with cities, like specific cities and their clubs and I don't know, just the vibe of them. I don't know how else to say it, but like when I'm walking around in New York, like I want to listen to really specific music and
New York is just
stiff.
Yeah.
Stiff. But I feel that way in every city that I'm in. Like I feel like I crave like specific things when I'm in different places. But also like my friends are so inspiring and
I love that.
Like I love to know what my friends are listening to and a lot of the times like they'll pull like a song like from like the back of my head and I'm like, holy shit.
How did you know?
Like, whoa. Or like they'll play a song randomly from like 2014 that I'm like, oh my God, like I needed to hear this because now I'm inspired by this specific song and it's going to lead me to like a whole new world. Like just because like they randomly played a song, So I just love to know what my friends are listening to. And my friends will always send me stuff, which I love. I love when people are like, oh my God, obsessed with this song.
You should totally do a night or something where it's like you have like almost like it's like an aux night with you and your friends. So it's like you're doing the DJ set and your friends get to like give you each like a song
that
request
would be so
or they're
fun.
on the CDJ with the aux.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That could be hilarious.
That would be fun. That would be so fun.
Sorry.
Creation break.
Okay. I was thinking like we're almost done.
Yeah. Perfect.
Is that okay? Like pretty much gone through the questions. Like we're pretty much done. I have questions on my head I can obviously ask.
Or yeah.
Okay, great.
Just in case you wanted to, so you had time to be like, okay, I have these many questions, or we can do that.
I feel like we've gone through a lot of questions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like I feel like it's pretty good. I think the only thing I'm gonna ask maybe is like your dream back-to-back set.
Oh my God.
I think that would be a good closing. Um No, I'm gonna literally just do the question. I think we'll be good on the time. Okay. So a lot of exciting things we've covered today. It's been like such a dream having you here.
Aww.
Literally. I'm like, I can't wait to watch this episode.
Oh my God. Same.
I'm like, I'm gonna be looking at you the whole time, but I'm so excited. So we've covered so many great things, and I wanted to ask you because I feel like I've been able to play with you and so many other amazing girls. And do you have like a dream B2B set that like,
I mean, so many. Like, obviously, one of my dreams would be you and Sophie in like Ibiza or something. You know, like 4 hours or
we need to make that happen.
Yeah. I love playing with Zoe so much.
I need to play with her. I haven't played with her yet.
You need to. She's the best. I mean, I always love playing with her. There's a DJ, Nino Brown, that I'm obsessed with.
Okay, I need to check her out.
Yeah, and we've been trying to make something work for a while. Nino started this like party called Yes Yes Y'all.
Wait, that's
and it's based in Toronto, I think, or Montreal. Toronto, I think. But I just can't wait for the day that we finally collab. Also, Boys Noise would be sick. I mean, that's like dream, but we played a party at Notch's house.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, and they're just so nice. I would love to.
We love Notch also.
Yeah,
we love Notch's house. We love Notch's
Thanks,
parties. Okay, well, I feel like that has been an amazing first episode.
I know. Thanks for having me.
I'm so happy to have had you on the show.
Thanks.
And hopefully we'll have you back.
I know.
I would love to do a session with like all the girls.
Oh yeah.
Well, like
tea time.
Yeah, it's gonna be proper tea time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you so much. I love you, Fifi.
Love you.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Yay.
Bye. Yay.